Hello and welcome, fellow travelers. Today, we're talking about one of the most beautiful and historic cities in Europe, Dubrovnik. Known as the Pearl of the Adriatic, Dubrovnik is a stunning destination that should be on every traveler's bucket list. With its rich history, breathtaking scenery, and fantastic cuisine, it's no wonder that this city has become a top tourist spot. In this video, I'll be sharing some of my top tips for visiting Dubrovnik, as well as some of the best things to do while you're there. Whether you're a history buff, a foodie, or just looking for some relaxation, Dubrovnik has something for everyone. So, sit back, grab a pen and paper, and get ready to discover all the amazing things this city has to offer. Here are a few things you should know before you go to make the most of your trip. First and foremost, Dubrovnik is a very popular tourist destination, so it's important to plan ahead and book your accommodations, tours, and activities in advance, especially during the high season. Speaking of which, the high season in Dubrovnik is from June to September, when the weather is warm and sunny, but the crowds can be overwhelming. If you prefer a quieter experience, consider visiting during the shoulder seasons of April to May or October to November. Next, let's talk about transportation. Dubrovnik has a small airport that is well connected to other European cities, and you can also reach the city by bus, ferry, or car. However, keep in mind that Dubrovnik's Old Town is pedestrian only, so you'll need to park your car outside the city walls or take a shuttle bus. Once you're inside the Old Town, walking is the best way to get around, as the streets are narrow and there are lots of steps. Another thing to keep in mind is that Dubrovnik uses the Croatian kuna as its currency, not the euro. It's a good idea to exchange some money before you go, or withdraw from an ATM once you arrive. In general, Dubrovnik is a safe city, but like any popular tourist destination, it's important to watch out for pickpockets and scams. Let's talk about food and drink. Croatian cuisine is a delicious blend of Mediterranean and Central European flavors, and Dubrovnik has no shortage of fantastic restaurants and cafes. Some local specialties to try include seafood dishes like black risotto or grilled squid, as well as traditional Croatian dishes like cevapi or pastakata. And of course, don't forget to try some of the local wines, such as the red dingak or the white pozop. Here are my top 10 recommendations for things to do in Dubrovnik. Walk the city walls. Dubrovnik's city walls are one of the city's most iconic landmarks, offering stunning views of the Old Town and the Adriatic Sea. The walls were built between the 12th and 17th centuries, and they run for almost 2 kilometers around the city. Walking the walls is a must-do activity in Dubrovnik, and there are plenty of photo opportunities along the way. You'll see red-tiled roofs, church domes, and the shimmering sea in the distance. There are also plenty of small towers to explore, with narrow staircases leading up to the battlements. It's a good idea to bring plenty of water and sunscreen, as there's not much shade along the walls. Explore the Old Town. Dubrovnik's Old Town is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and it's easy to see why. The picturesque streets and historic buildings are a photographer's dream, and there are plenty of shops, cafes, and restaurants to explore. One of the highlights of the Old Town is the Straton, a wide marble-paved street that runs from the Pile Gate to the Old Port. It's the perfect place to people watch, especially in the evenings when the street is lit up with lanterns. Other must-see sites in the Old Town include the Onofrio Fountain, the Rector's Palace, and the Ste. Blaise Church. Take a cable car to Mount Srd for panoramic views of Dubrovnik and the surrounding islands. Take a cable car to the top of Mount Srd. The cable car ride takes just a few minutes, and it's a fun way to see the city from above. At the top, there's a museum that explains the history of the city and the cable car, as well as a restaurant that serves delicious local food. The views from the top are breathtaking, especially at sunset when the sky turns pink and orange. Visit Lochrum Island, just a short boat ride from Dubrovnik. Lochrum Island is a nature reserve with beautiful beaches, hiking trails, and peacocks. The island is a popular day trip destination, and there's plenty to see and do. One of the highlights of the island is the Dead Sea, a saltwater lake that's perfect for swimming and relaxing. There's also a botanical garden, a monastery, and plenty of secluded coves to explore. If you're a Game of Thrones fan, you'll recognize the island as the filming location for the city of Karth. Swim at Banj Beach. Dubrovnik's most famous beach, Banj Beach, is located just outside the city walls and offers crystal clear water and stunning views. The beach is popular with both locals and tourists, and it can get crowded during the high season. However, it's worth a visit for the stunning views of the old town and the island of Lochrum. There are plenty of amenities on the beach, including loungers, umbrellas, and cafes. Take a Game of Thrones tour. Dubrovnik was a filming location for the popular TV show Game of Thrones, and there are plenty of tours that take you to the show's most iconic locations. Some of the most famous Game of Thrones filming locations in Dubrovnik include the Fort La Vrjenac, also known as the Red Keep, the Pilegate, and the St. Dominic Street. On the tours, you'll learn behind-the-scenes stories and trivia about the show, and you'll get to see the city from a new perspective. Visit the Franciscan Monastery, located in the heart of the old town. The Franciscan Monastery is a peaceful oasis in the midst of the bustling city. Founded in the 14th century, the monastery features beautiful cloisters, a stunning Gothic Renaissance church, and a pharmacy that has been in operation since 1317. The pharmacy is one of the oldest in Europe and still sells traditional herbal remedies and cosmetics. Explore the Dubrovnik Cathedral, also known as the Cathedral of the Assumption of the Virgin Mary, is a beautiful Baroque-style church located in the heart of the old town. The cathedral's construction began in the 17th century and was completed in the 18th century. The interior of the cathedral is stunning, with intricate marble altars, beautiful frescoes, and a gold-plated reliquary that contains the remains of Saint Blaise, the patron saint of Dubrovnik. Take a boat tour of the Elefidi Islands. Just off the coast of Dubrovnik lie the beautiful Elefidi Islands, a group of 13 islands known for their crystal-clear waters and secluded coves. Taking a boat tour of the islands is a great way to escape the crowds and explore some of the most beautiful natural landscapes in Croatia. Some of the islands are uninhabited, while others have small villages with charming restaurants and cafes. Try local food and wine. Dubrovnik is known for its delicious seafood, fresh produce, and excellent wines. Some of the must-try dishes include black risotto made with cuttlefish ink, grilled octopus, and fresh oysters. The local wine scene is also thriving, with plenty of wineries producing excellent wines. Some of the most famous Croatian wines include Plavac Mali and Dingac, both of which are grown in the Dubrovnik region. So there you have it, my top tips for visiting Dubrovnik. From exploring the stunning city walls to relaxing on the beautiful beaches, Dubrovnik truly has something for everyone. Remember to take plenty of water, wear comfortable shoes, and plan ahead to make the most of your trip. I hope you found this video helpful and informative, and I can't wait to see your amazing travel photos from Dubrovnik. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more travel tips and inspiration. Happy travels!